Okay, are we live, folks? Can everybody see me, hopefully? Give me a second. All right, mic is on. Is sound on? Sound is on. Let's go. Everything is working. We have audio. We have visual. We're ready to roll. We live. Welcome, folks. Welcome. Welcome back to some drawing and chatting with me, Lynn. And believe it or not, today is a bit of a special day. So for those of you who have not been on stream for a very long time, the highest redeem in this channel is the 100,000 point redeem, which allows you to help me decide on a new theme to change my costume towards for the length of one entire stream. And today we're doing Nestor the Lark's suggestion. Shout out to Nestor. Let me go ahead and actually just put their name up on the draw description over here. Okay. Bam. Costume. Redeem. Nestor the Lark. Whoops. And the costume theme today is chic. So this one is hard, actually. This one is quite difficult because, as you'll notice, I don't actually look a lot like chic. And the most I can really do is remove parts of my outfit and like change the colors of things. So I've done my best to retexture myself to look a little bit kinda chic themed, and it's not great, but you know what? This is what we're getting. So hold on a moment as I put that down. Yet another shout out to Nestor the Lark. Thank you so much for the redeems. I really enjoy all of these, and I think we do actually have like 3 more on the line. Yeah, a lot of Chic's vibe is hiding her face, and I did try to retexture my face. Like I tried removing the nose and mouth of my model. And then like kind of covering it over, and it just looks really shitty, guys. Like, so I did not do that. Instead, let me go ahead and set this up right here, and then we press the reload texture button, and voila. You're very chic. I love that. I feel like Tetris Swings will like this one, yeah. So I will be chic themed for today. I did at least give myself the logo. Not much I can do other than that, but yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad, I will say. It just doesn't, like, really part of the charm, in fact, most of the charm, dare I say, comes from her covering her face. So that bit doesn't work. Oh man, but I'll be like that. Yeah, throw a PNG of a scarf over your face and you should be set. I know, right? Out of curiosity, I wonder if there's any like items in here that just come with this thing that like would work. Maybe there's a nightcap. That's not gonna work. Sunglasses, scarf, Xmas mic. It's gonna be a no. A stack object, do it. None of these objects are chic themed at all, to be honest. A lot of them are Christmas themed. Let me see if I can find something that's vaguely chic. The steam. I don't think that helps. There's a no rats sign. There's no scarves here. Unfortunately. There is a headband, but it's red, white, and blue. There's a hammer. Flowery hat. Egg. There's a single egg. Cat blanket, beverage, bed. There's an entire bed. Did not know that. Yeah, none of these really feel USA chic headband. I'll show you the headband. And here, hold on. I'll show you the headband and we'll realize why we're not wearing this. It's not really. First of all, it just goes over my face. Yeah, it's like a sweatband. Yeah. Like, you know, one of those sports sweatbands. There's gotta be something that's vaguely chic related at least, even if not like a scarf. I don't know. I put on relaxing Zelda music. Why? This is the same playlist that jump scares me with Ballad of the Goddess every time I do one of these. You know what? Hold on. Put it above your head and get it. Chic is dead, guys. We killed him. Here. Hold on. I think I can... If I can, like, kind of nail the distance on this. Oh, it turns way too much. These glasses assume that I have way more turn radius on my model than I actually have. These are default items. I didn't come up with these. Okay, this is gonna be As long as I look directly forward. Here. Wait. What if I kind of like... Here, I'll make them bigger. Alright. Physics aside, those look great. It's over, Anakin. Oh, they're really big now. The physics are really bad. What if they just sit out here in the middle of nowhere and they kind of rotate with me? Here, they're just gonna... This is fine. Okay, I'm taking off the glasses. There's Tom Rolls' physics redeem. Let's get back to the point. Anyways. Yon, 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 welcome. You're in time. Actually, I didn't say yo to anyone today. Hold on. Yo, Girl Turtle, Mob, Juan, Valerius, Tetris Wings, Nestor, Marionette, Falls, Joe. Did I miss anyone? Mars. I think that's it. Did I miss anyone? Super Slick. Calnup. Okay, I think that's it. I'm gonna keep your missing people. Ah, man. Yeah, how's it been, everyone? How's it been? Welcome back to Drawing Stream. Today I am disguised as Sheik, and Sheik is disguised as me. I'd like to imagine that everyone who uses the Sheik disguise puts their own spin on it. Yeah, genuinely. Although, to be fair, this isn't much of a disguise. I still look like me. Oh, man. Yeah, I think we still have a list of costumes coming up. I believe next on the list is... Girl Turtle, who requested... oh yeah, Girl Turtle requested myself in synesthesia theme. So for those of you who don't know, I have this thing called synesthesia where I see all colors, all letters and numbers as if they're colored. And it's been pretty fun, actually. It means I really like color coding things, and it doesn't really impact my life at all. It just kind of makes things a lot more fun to read, I will admit. But yeah, I've commented before upon the fact that when I designed this character, like the character of Lynn that I am currently drawing, that I'm currently wearing, the original color scheme of Lynn is purple and kind of like white and black and stuff, and none of those colors show up in the synesthesia version of Linda Ross. Linda Ross is actually kind of like yellow and red to me. So actually, funnily enough, the Sheik theme matches more than my original color scheme. This is because when I originally designed the character, I did not have a name for Lynn. And then, like, my friend Sonagi introduced me on stream and kind of, like, put me on the spot. To be fair, I should have come up with a name by then. It was kind of on me. But yeah, then I was like, I'm just gonna use my old AO3 username. I'm Lynn, hi. And then I've been Lynn ever since, actually, so I kind of stuck myself with that name. Linda Ross is an Elvish name, for fun, for people who don't know. Always fantastic, hell yeah. Were you playing guitar today, by any chance? Lynn-colored Lynn is coming up next. Hello everyone, yo Hobbit. Yo indeed to everyone. Hopefully all the folks who like the World Cup went ahead and watched the finale. 'Twas apparently interesting. Chat kept me updated. Chat did indeed keep me updated. You'll be reaching 100k too soon. Oh no! I need to get through these faster or like increase the price. Oh boy. I feel like if I were to... there are many aspects of Sheik, you know what I mean? Like, various people who take on the Sheik form tend to like capitalize on different Sheikah skills. So for example, Artemis, who is the Hyrule Warrior Sheik, kind of like went more in on like the fighting and the musical abilities and the elemental magic, but did not capitalize upon the disguise aspects or like the hidden, like, you know, sneaking around aspects or like the charm aspects or anything like that. So I feel like if I were to do it, I would kind of go all in on disguise and a lot less on combat. Although to be fair, I did actually do Taekwondo for a very long time. I could maybe do some of the combat. I guess I decided to start with Phantom here, which may or may not have been a good idea. So the problem for me with doing these things, like the little chibis, is that my lines are not very straight. Maybe I should like color it, shade it first, actually. I guess let's do that. Let's do a little bit of shade. Throw some shade on there. Like to imagine Sheik disguises for all the Zeldas that don't have Sheiks. That'd be really cool, actually. I'd like to think some of them just look like themselves. Would be very funny. No, please, not when I'm just reaching the goal. Yeah, I know, I won't change it now. But like warning to folks that I might be changing it in the future because, yeah, I can't keep up with this. You guys are too fast. I won't change it now, though. Maybe I should do normal layer changes. What's this music from? I think this is Breath of the Wild's Kakariko Village, am I right? Yep, Kakariko Village Night, Breath of the Wild. Fans too loyal. Oh no, my steak is too juicy, my lobster too buttery. Ooh, yes, Cyberpunk Chic would be really cool. Goddamn. Yeah, I'd be a Cyberpunk Chic. I guess I could use blue as a shading color. It's gonna have to be red for... Maybe I'll just do red first and then we can change the color as necessary. Oh. Okay, I'll try something like this. Wonder how Silent would do a classic Chic disguise. I think he'd do a good job of it. Feel free to headcanon as you wish, by the way, folks. I always do love a good headcanon. Also, did I fix the eyes thing? Are my eyes... Oh yeah, they're doing the thing. Hold on, let me get rid of that. Give me a second. Is it this? Yeah, there we go. Okay, now my eyes don't go up and down. Nice. Alright, here we go. Yeah, so I think we're just gonna work on some shadows here today. It's a bit odd doing shadows in red, actually. Usually one does not do that. I should maybe change this. Also, why does Phantom look odd to me? I think all the rest of them kind of look fine. Phantom looks odd. I think her eyes are, like, unfocused. That's what it is. Maybe we fix that. I'll fix it later, though. Something to note for the future. Okay. Oh, I guess I need to decide where the light is coming from, too. Oh, okay, idea. Maybe the light is coming from the inside. And, like, then the shadows should be on the outside of all of them? That's an interesting point. Saw a live performance of 12th Night last week. The performance emphasized that Viola and Cesario both charm everyone. I actually don't know what 12th Night even is. What is that? Is that a musical? Is it a play? The 12th Night of Christmas? Partridge in a Pear Tree? Genuinely no idea. I guess if I kind of like lower the intensity of the shadows and then use purple instead, we can kind of make this work. Hold on. So... It's a Shakespeare. Oh, so it is a play. Nice. I have read 3 Shakespeare plays, I believe. 2? No, maybe just 2. I've read 2 Shakespeare plays. I have read Romeo and Juliet because it was required. And then I read Midsummer Night's Dream, which I found hilarious. I really liked Midsummer Night's Dream. One of his comedies. Oh, okay. Considering that I've read a total of 1 tragedy and 1 comedy, and I didn't really like the tragedy all that much, but I really liked the comedy. Maybe I like his comedies better. Maybe I should give it a try. Yeah, maybe we can do something like this, where, like, the light is coming from the Wisdomverse sign in the center, and it's, like, glowing, kind of. So all the others get, like, backlit. It's an idea. This is a fine idea. Random question about Procreate. Do you use the default brush packs, or do you have a downloadable custom pack? So both, I think. My custom brushes are now so mutated from wherever I downloaded them that I no longer remember where I downloaded them, unfortunately. Like, you'll notice my favorite pencil here is just called Large Good Pencil, because it's my favorite pencil, and then I made it bigger, and then... But this one is Large Good Pencil Iteration 1, because I am great at naming things. But yeah, so I definitely did download a bunch from other places as I went, just kind of trying out new things and seeing what fit my style. The one that I call Good Pencil here is the one that I use for, like, most things, I will say. Also, Phantom is gonna need, like, a special filter applied to her or something, because she is in ghost form here, clearly. I guess it doesn't really matter, but, you know, it'll make me feel good. Interesting things. Yeah, no problem. And if anyone has any, like, questions and or comments about the drawing process specifically, please do feel free to ask. That is indeed part of what drawing streams are for. I wonder if I should also kind of make a full, like the full drawings of these guys, you know? Over time, eventually. Okay, let's lower this. something like that. And then maybe there's like a little bit of light shining through here to show the fact that her hair still exists. There. Macbeth is so ridiculous it's funny. Okay, alright. I'll give Macbeth a try eventually. I gotta like watch the Julius Caesar one at some point, I'm sure. Very raunchy humor that goes over most on it. Oh, that's fair enough. What happened to the friendly moblins after Zelda 1? That's a good idea. I mean, that's a good question. Are they infiltrated in the eyes, giving info to Dawn Echo and Hyrule? Oh, I like that. Yeah, feel free to headcanon as you wish, Mob. I haven't thought about those guys yet. Those are some good headcanons. I really like them. Shout out to all the headcanoners, by the way. Folks who have been headcanoning for Wisdomverse, much appreciated. I love it. Please do continue. Oh yeah, to the Wisdomverse folks, by the way, especially if you like Chic, check out Time's Refrain. We had a new chapter literally yesterday. Ooh, I do have the Jing Sketch Basics one in here. I will say I personally didn't like it, but that's because my style is very different. So yeah, I think many people would definitely like that one. I second the recommendation. Tetris Swings is correct. Is indeed correct. That one is a good one. Yeah, I think that brush pack was like a little too sharp for my needs. I like a more kind of soft style. The only thing you know about Macbeth is that Tolkien got so mad about it that it led to the I Am No Man scene. Is that true? Goddamn. I could believe it. Tolkien gets mad about things all the time. He got mad about spiders and look what happened. All of Spiderkind. Hated upon forever and ever. It's totally true. That's actually really cool. I love that. Ah, it's a comedy with the central protagonist who adopts the male persona Cesario. Oh, okay, alright. I might like that sort of thing. Female crossdresser protagonist with some wit, too. Love that. Maybe this doesn't have any shadow on it. Maybe there's like a little shadow here. Maybe something like this. Okay, close enough. Okay, so it's possible to do something like this. I guess the question is, will it look good if I keep doing it? Alright, let's try Lullaby first. Name of the game today. We gotta do our chic. Oh, by the way, for anyone whose text might not be showing up on the main screen, all you gotta do is pick a color in chat. If someone would be able to tell other folks how to do that, that'd be great. You gotta like pick a chat username color. It's a known bug on this channel. Happens every now and then. Thank you, Marionette. Yes. If you're noticing that your texts are not showing up on the main screen, which is to say like in the video, please do go ahead and find yourself a username color, and then you too can be visible to the YouTube audiences. I would hate for people to go unnoticed. I guess there would be shadow all the way through here, wouldn't there? I guess I have to do that, just kind of like color the whole thing. But then this feels, I don't know, something's off. Maybe not. Maybe I just don't know how to color things. It's very possible. Bill and I have done thy mother. Wait, is that a line? That's kind of great. Goddamn, I love that. This is the kind of sass I expect from my protagonists. like a giant line here. When did that happen? Alright, there we go. There we go. Okay. I feel like the music is getting quieter and quieter. Nice. Okay, that works. Okay, I guess it kind of works, yeah. I think I've been wanting to do one more thing though. I want to like change Dusk's hairstyle. I need her hair to be tied up more. So I might kind of go back to the style that Twilight Princess has more, where everything is like tightly knotted. We'll see about that. I may have to think of how to do that. I originally changed it because I didn't want it looking similar to Artemis, but I think it should be tied at the end. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, meanwhile, has anyone else had some fun plans this weekend? Anyone accomplish anything? Anyone do some fun stuff? Anyone meet up with your friends and watch the World Cup? Because I know, one of my friends did that. One of my friends who specifically wanted Spain to win went to watch the World Cup. Sort of with the air of like, oh, they're not gonna win. And at the end he was like, yes! Let's go! Seeing what you're doing with Fallen and Elegy and... Hey. Please don't sell me on a third Doom. Wait, third Doom selling? I have Echo and Silent. What's the second one? Also, yeah, Fallen dies. Like, this is not a spoiler. Fallen's name is Fallen because Fallen dies. So I can freely discuss that. You made a sword holster for a cosplay. Yo, that's so cool. I love that. What cosplay was it for? Talking to you on stream is what sold me on first Hylia. Whoa, interesting. Okay. Huh. I don't know if I should reveal my thoughts on... Yeah, I can reveal. It's not really a spoiler. This is like canon material. I actually specifically do not ship First and Hylia, so that's interesting. Hey, feel free to ship it though, by the way. Hey, I don't control anyone. Like, First is great, don't get me wrong, I love First. Hylia was specifically kind of a dick to First, like, in canon. Like, the one thing we know about Hylia is that she was really a dick to First. First is no longer, in my opinion, he no longer has feelings for Hylia, and Hylia as Sun has, like, fully repented for all the terrible things that Hylia did to First. But yeah, Hylia really wrecked First. Like, the absolute worst girlfriend. She did what she had to do, I guess, but, like, even that wasn't necessary in the end. If you want, I can go into more detail on that. That's just on canon, so it's not really giving up my plans. I have more plans, don't get me wrong. But yeah, feel free to ship them if you wish, by the way. I'm 100% down for any ship. I've spoken about this before, but like, you can ship all my characters or anyone's characters as much as you want. Go for it. Please do indeed go for it. 3D printing the ALTTP Golden Sword for a version of Legend. Ooh, that's cool. Have fun with that. Hylia continued and tortured Time too, just to... Well, Hylia didn't do anything to Time. By that point, Hylia was long I don't know, not really gone, but she did like put herself into, you know, human form and give up the whole goddess shtick. It's not even really Phi's fault, to be honest. I would say that, like, okay, yeah, I guess it's kind of Phi's fault. But to Phi's credit, Phi knows, presumably, that Fallen happened. And Phi is really just doing her best to keep him alive. Oh, you haven't seen either first canons. Okay. I'm happy to explain it to you. So, this is unrelated to the Fierce Deity manga, so I will leave that one entirely untouched. But in the manga for First and Hylia, like the Skyward Sword manga, basically, because there's no actual Skyward Sword manga, there's only a manga that goes over, like, the original Imprisoning War. In that, you find out that, that First was imprisoned wrongfully for 4 years in, like, a dungeon, and, like, Hylia comes and saves him, and then he's like, oh my god, like, thank you, and he, like, fights for her, and he was already a knight of Hylia before that, by the way, so, like, Hylia knew who he was and came for him and saved him, and then said, like, look, I need you to fight in the Imprisoning War, and he says, okay, and he does it, and then in the process, he, like, dies in canon, and I have my thoughts on that. He's not gonna die there in canon, obviously, but as he lays dying, Hylia confesses to him that Hylia was the one who got, like, Lord Dagianus, the original count, to, like, set him up, and got him imprisoned for, like, reasons? Like, I think she says, oh, this is what would make you worthy enough to use the Master Sword or something. And then, yeah, and she says this after First is already dead, so I don't think First gets to hear this confession in canon. I am changing a lot of that, by the way. I am gonna be... Yeah, what the... No, it's not Nintendo, by the way. None of this is canon to Skyward Sword. And I would like to believe better of Hylia, so I'm making Hylia in my version slightly more redeemable. Because Hylia is Sun. Like, Sun knows all of this stuff, okay? Like, she understands that she did wrong and she repents for it. My version is going to be different. It's not going to be that much different, though. So the bit where, like, Hylia does get First imprisoned for 4 years wrongfully and does this in the hopes of having him awaken a power that she knows is going to be necessary. And some of you may connect the pieces there, but I guess I won't spoil too much more. Point being that in my version of canon, First does not die there and gets to hear the confession. And it will indeed kind of frick him up to know that Hylia set him up there to be freed by herself later, and then kind of become so grateful that he would join the war. Many parallels to Lullaby and Time, I would say, but not to Hylia and Time specifically, I don't think. Don't think Hylia did anything on that side. Many parallels to Time for sure, though, and that is intentional. That's very intentional. Yeah, point being that that Hylia kind of, yeah, was a little bit of a terrible person. Slightly better, but still a little bit of a terrible person. That said, Hylia she did what she had to do because she thought it was the only way out. The version that I have it played, she didn't have any other choice with what she did. She did still get First imprisoned, but she did it for a reason that she really honestly thought would be necessary, and I'll go into why that's necessary, obviously, like, during at some point. But it makes sense. It makes canonical sense that she would need to try to imprison, or, like, at least get First imprisoned. The problem is, it doesn't work out for her either. So even though she went through all that effort and First suffered so much for so many years, with everyone calling him, like, a traitor and a liar and hating him, and like, essentially she poisoned most of his village against him is what it seems, and, like, pretty much the rest of the world too, and then redeemed him later, but I don't know. Still, despite all of the things that First went through, he still was not able to do the thing that he needed to do, and that's going to weigh on him quite a bit as well. Like, he did all that for one purpose, and it still didn't work in the end. And the reason it didn't work was Hylia's fault, too, so he really does not like Hylia. Yeah, you can blame the manga author for that specific taste on Hylia and First, by the way. Hylia is only ever portrayed in a, like, benevolent light in the Zelda games itself. I kind of like the slightly more morally complex Hylia, so I am keeping some of that, but as we color Sun here, I am going to say that I will be painting her in a slightly more sympathetic light than the manga does. I read the manga and I was like, wait, what the frick? Like, back in the day. I was like, what? Yeah, I will not accept Hylia bashing, but yeah, Hylia has done wrongs. This is actually why there's a comic that I drew earlier where I think it was like the Link's and Zelda's favorites of each other thing. Like every Zelda has a favorite Link. In the one with Sun, Wild says something like, because Wild is still like in his world religious. You can see this in the gameplay, like he worships the statues, etc. in order to save. So he says something like, I'm not even sure that the goddess made the right choice picking someone like me to be her hero. And Sun hugs him and says something along the lines of, even the goddess is not immune to making mistakes, but you were not one of them. And I think that's that's quite important for Sun to say specifically, because she was that goddess who did make those mistakes. She is now something of a different person. She's really not the same as Hylia, but Hylia is still a part of her. So she recognizes those mistakes and understands that really all she did was for the good of everyone, even if it didn't happen that way. Very similar to like Rome and Flora too, I think is like another parallel you can pull there, where Rome forces Flora into a lot of things that really don't work out in Flora's favor at all. And in the end, it becomes known by the end that Flora's entire worshipping thing was a moot point. Like, it wasn't going to do anything for her to like pray at those pools and stuff. Maybe it would have, but it really didn't. And in my version of events, I do also think that it didn't. I think the real thing that Flora was missing is that she hadn't yet displayed all the qualities that one needs in order to use the Triforce, which has been guaranteed by other parts of the series. So when she finally turned around and showed courage at the moment when Link dies, that gave her the ability to use the Triforce. It was nothing that she was missing in terms of like devotion or belief or anything. It was really just showing courage. But that said, Rome tried all these things and really kind of wrecked his relationship with Flora. But he really did do it because he thought it was the right thing to do, and that he thought he needed to put his kingdom ahead of what he felt for his daughter. So I can accept that. I think it's really good character writing. It's something similar for Hylia, where she did what she had to do to first, because she thought it would help her kingdom, but it didn't in the end. And that's an unfortunate circumstance, but not one that she could have prepared for. Versus Lullaby, who does wreck Time a little bit by making him fight the Imprisoning War. But to be fair, Time is doing a lot of wrecking himself. And also, to be fair, Lullaby is kind of right. Like, when Lullaby asks Time to fight in the Imprisoning War, she does so with the full knowledge that Time needs to do this. And that, like, she needs Time to do this, and she is correct about that. Like, Time does kind of need to do that. She has no one else. Versus both Hylia and Rome make the sort of incorrect decision there. Hylia in my version of the story, and Rome in Breath of the Wild. Yeah, lots of good character analysis there, though. I really like these parallels. I love setting up some parallels. I'm definitely gonna enjoy going into the whole Hylia and First story. I wrote it out a while ago. Ari is the only one who knows exactly what I have planned, because Ari and I once again sat talking about this for like ages. We like reread the Skyward Sword manga, and like Ari reminded me about the Skyward Sword manga and like to reread it, and I was like, oh yeah, let's go reread it. So we did, and both of us kind of like we were turning the pages and we're like, what the frick, you know, same reaction I had back in the day. And then we discussed what we thought might happen in like this sort of modified version, which I will be keeping for myself. Yeah, there's too many cool stories, and not enough time for me to write them all. Ugh, I wish I had more time in the day. This sucks. I want way more time. Oh, Nimona39, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Infantry. People hate Rome too much and Rauru too little. Yeah, I mean, you guys know my view on Rauru. I mean, he's fine, I guess. I have nothing... Okay, I have some things against Rauru. I don't hate him. He's an interesting, well-written character who has the exact opposite flaw of Rome. Like, I think he and Rome are two sides of the same King of Hyrule card here. Versus King Daphnis, who's just really cool. King Daphnis... Oh, music is a bit loud. Okay, turn it down. This TOTK chill playlist is, like, never chill. What? Okay, I'm switching to something that, here, relaxing Zelda music for study, chill, sleep. Wait, no, I've already played that one, shit. 40 years, The Legend of Zelda, top 100 music tracks. Alright, let's do it. At number 100, House, Wind Waker. That's really funny. Wait, I love this. Let's go. Okay, is this, hold on. Fun fact, Inside a House is one of my favorite soundtracks in all of Zelda, purely because anytime I draw a comic that just is like meant to be funny, on Instagram, I always use this soundtrack as the background. Like if you go take a look at the Instagram posts that are like just normal jokes, it's this. I feel like Inside a House gets played in a few different Zelda games, right? This is the Wind Waker version, I'm pretty sure. But like, you're right that it's in a lot of them. Yeah. No, wait, I agree, yeah. Tetra Sings is completely correct. Rauru needs to quit projecting his dead wife onto Flora. I agree. For folks who might be confused, by the way, Flora is our nickname for this Zelda right here. The Breath of the Wild / Tears of Kingdom Zelda. All the Zeldas have nicknames. I should probably write their names above them here. Let me do that. We've got ourselves some nicknames. Let's start with the easy ones. Tetra. Wait, trick. Oh, perfect timing! Sheik's theme. Yeah! Let's go! It's not chiptune-y enough, oof. Minish cap reduced to chiptunes. Okay, Tetra! Phantom. Lullaby. Dot. Rauru, get on my level, Dalton. And Daphnis, unfortunately for us to get on your level, we would need a trip to the Great Sea and a pair of concrete shoes. You know what? I'll give Rauru one thing. He at least isn't like... He doesn't overly believe it himself. Goddamn. Okay, that went loud real fast. Let me put that down. Hold on. Is this one of the freaking race songs? It is! Oh, hecking horse race. Terrible. Demote. This song does not deserve its place. Leave my playlist. I'm kidding, I'll listen to it. Okay. Sun. Fable. Dawn. As far as Zelda Kings as father figures, Daphnis is the best. I actually think Echoes of Wisdom Dad is the best. I will say, Echoes of Wisdom Dad, who I am combining with Cadence of Hyrule Dad and Adventure of Link Dad, genuinely one of the better, maybe even the best King of Hyrule of all time. Because that guy, like, not only does he, like, he believes in his daughter enough to entrust her with powers when she needs to, but he also really cares about his daughter and keeps her safe. Like, he's not just yeeting her into the fray, but he's, like, actually actively watching out. And, like, you can see how much he cares for his people because the first point where Zelda's in danger, his first reaction is to throw her out of the way and take the fall for her. And then later when Echo comes back and Echo's like, look, I know what I need to do. I have to save the kingdom. He goes like, okay, yeah, like, tell me what you need. Just watch out, be safe. You can always rely on me. It's great. I love it. Yeah, so I think that guy best. But Daphnis second. Oh, this is the TOTK shrines, isn't it? Yeah, Shrine Battle TOTK. That's a nice sound. Man, I gotta play Tears of the Kingdom again sometime. This is a really large echo. Whoa. Sorry, sunshine. Not today. Yeah, I don't know why I wrote this so large. Okay, let's make it smaller. Echo. There's no space to write. Oh, maybe here. Artemis. He doesn't overly believe in himself. Rauru, let me and Zelda 2v1 this outrageously powerful Demon King Undercrowd and leave me... leave the only being in this era to actually do anything to him outside fighting his army. Okay, you know what? Fair point. I will say at least 1 point in Rauru's favor, as much as I don't necessarily enjoy fighting on his side here. He did at least call all the 4 sages down with him as well. I think Minoru was also there, so it was like a 7v1. But yeah, he still lost. I also have no idea why he didn't bring the Knight Construct with him. It doesn't make any sense. It's literally just because they need this plot to happen. Like, I think it would have made a lot more sense if, like, maybe, like, the Forgotten Construct comes in and just, like, swoops away with Knight Construct. And then, like, maybe Flora goes like, no, right? And, like, maybe even goes to stop it. And Rauru goes like, no, we must. Like, we have to defeat Ganon here or else. Like, that would have made sense. But having Knight Construct choose to fight the Forgotten, or Forbidden, or whatever he's called, Forsaken Fortress. That didn't make sense, because he has been the only person to show that he can damage Ganondorf before. So yeah, I don't know. If I were the tactician for that army, I wouldn't have made that decision, I will say. Flora. And last but certainly not least, Dusk. Bam. Okay, we've done our labeling. Now the echo feels a little too small. Somehow. I'll make it a little bigger. There. I hope Sky chewed him off. I like the thought of Sky just being like waiting around and figuring out which people to be like, hey, don't do that. I need to figure out like a more cartoonish way of shading for this, I think. We can't be doing this much detail, I think, maybe. I think it doesn't look as good if I do this much detail, too. Maybe just lines in the sides? Something like this, maybe? Okay. Yeah, I don't know if people have decided on their favorite, like, Zelda companion of all time. But I will say, my choice on that is probably also atypical. I think most people, if you ask, like, who's your favorite Zelda companion? Like, I think the person who would win is probably Midna. But yeah, somehow I think she just never really appealed to me as much as she does to other people. I don't know. It's a bit odd, but... Ooh, I love Tattle, that's true. Tattle's cool. Something about these sassy protagonist companions. Astral Observatory. This is a decent song. I'm skipping it though. What's the next one? Breath of the Wild Shrine, okay. It's just shrine time over here. Can we get a vote in chat? Who's your favorite Zelda companion and why is it Fi? Wait, people seem to be voting for entirely different people. Can any companion get 2 votes? Would anyone like to second the Tattle vote or the Fi vote or the Eslo vote? Wait, Eslo's great. I love Eslo too. I like most companions, to be honest. And by the way, definition of companion is character who accompanies you for the entire game. So for example, Groose does not count, Linebeck does not count. Golden Bee actually fights for you. I would say that there are no companions in Link Between Worlds. I think Rabio, for example, does not count. Is that who you meant? Your question is answered. Okay, good. Yeah, like I think, like the characters of Linebeck, Rabio, Groose, they're not there the whole time. Linebeck is the closest among all of them. Some people actually do count Linebeck as a companion because he's technically on your ship the whole time. I would say that he doesn't come with you to the dungeon, so he doesn't count. And it doesn't have to be like the whole time, I guess. Wait, hold on. Wait, now that I think about it, I have to count Linebeck. Because if I don't count Linebeck, I can't count Phantom. And Phantom is definitely a companion. Oh no. Okay, the difference between Linebeck and Phantom is that Linebeck accompanies you for 0 dungeons, and Phantom accompanies you for half the dungeons in the game, but not all of them. Because every time you come back to the Tower of Spirits, Phantom will come with you. But Phantom does not come with you if you go to like a normal dungeon. Where do I draw the line? Phantom must count. Phantom must count. By Phantom, by the way, we're referring to Spirit Tracks Zelda. Does Zelda 1 silent count? Definitely not. He's just chilling in multiple little houses. Yo, Pi, can I get info on how to fight this enemy? Master, your wallet is full. Shout out to all the people who played it back in the day, and remember that Master, your batteries are disconnected. Not disconnected. Master, your Wii Remote batteries are running low. Like, thanks, Fi. How did you know that, Fi? And Fi just looks at you. Fi just looks directly through the screen, through Sky, and into you. The player. He does follow you into every dungeon and is almost everywhere in Zelda 1. I would say he doesn't follow you so much as he's just waiting there, chilling in random places. Like, I think he shows up as much as Linebeck does, for example. You do have to yeah, I know, this is true. You have to save Linebeck from the Temple of the Ocean King once at the beginning. That doesn't count, come on. Okay, you know what? Linebeck does not come with you onto any island. Okay, like 2 islands maybe. He comes to Molita Island. He's there in the beginning. I guess if you're playing Phantom Hourglass right now, I probably shouldn't spoil things, but he does show up in at least 1 more place. I would say, okay, Linebeck, Groose, Ravio, maybe not Linebeck, goddamn. Groose and Ravio definitely count as like side characters, but not companions. Ciela is the companion of Phantom Hourglass. Silent is the weird space between Linebeck and Phantom. I guess? Silent, I guess, yeah, you know, Silent does help you, I guess. Huh. Okay, maybe. Still not a companion. You know what? Are we including... Okay, Groose is definitely not a companion. I think Groose is the limit at which I definitely draw my line. Okay, Groose is not a companion. He doesn't come with you into any dungeons. He fights a boss with you once. So there's actually 2 different categories there, funnily enough. There are companions and then there are playables. And those are different per game. There's companions, there's side characters, and there's playables. Okay. Here's my categories, okay? Across the Zelda series, certain games can have companions, certain games can have side characters. Let's call them deuteragonists or something, I don't know. And then certain games can have playables, which is a different character. Where playables have to be controllable by the player at 1 point. Time for tier listing. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Friends, Romans, companions, give me a second. We're getting distracted. Let's go. Let's go. Hold on. Notepad. New file. New tab. Okay. And then I'm just gonna do this. To be a companion is someone who actually follows you as you move around. That's true. Okay, wait. Juan has a good definition there. That's exactly it. That separates Phantom and Linebeck. Side projects is what Art Day is all about. Shit, you're right. You're so totally correct about that. Okay, hold on. Where's my, I could have sworn I did this before. Did I not? Okay, frick, we're doing it again. Display capture, window capture, window capture. Notes. Okay. Select the window to capture notes. Bam. There we go. There it is. Okay, we'll just put it here. Alright. The golden bee follows you. Never the golden bee. Marianne back at it again. Wolf Link is a companion. Yes, I agree. Okay, look, we're making lists, okay? So, playables is, I believe, the top of the list, okay? Like, playables are best, even if they don't show up for the entire game like companions do. And then there's companions. Can everyone read this? Is this too tiny? Wait, it is. Okay, are we good now? Can people read this? Companions? Behold the companion. Yeah, we are. Oh, man. Someone get ready to pluck a Kuko. We're Diogenesing this. It's big now, okay? Alright, maybe I'll make it a little smaller. Playables, companions, and deuteragonists. Alright, so playables is a very specific category. It refers to any character in a Zelda series franchise game that you can control. Like, you as the player can control. So for example, despite the fact that Kafei is not a companion and also not really a deuteragonist, he's a playable. You get to control Kafei for like an entire level. That's it, one level, but still one level. And in fact, actually, hold on, let me start this entire list with Phantom Hourglass, because I think Phantom Hourglass has all three. This is a very funny sign for the shop song from OOT. I'm moving to a different one. Hold on, we'll play Tattle and Tail. Okay, that's actually really funny. Let's start with Tattle and Tail. Also, so in Phantom Hourglass, we get one of each. There's one playable character, his name is Gongaron. And you do get to control him, like actually properly control him. This is how they tested out the mechanics that they would later use on Spirit Tracks Zelda. But yeah, Gongaron counts as a playable character. You control him specifically. But he is not a companion or a deuteragonist, he's just a side character, which means for companions, you have Ciela, PH, oops. And then for deuteragonist, I would say, I don't think Linebeck counts. He does not follow you around, so he's not a companion. Okay, there we go. They might even said that they added Wolf Link to Breath of the Wild because Link otherwise didn't have a companion. That makes sense, actually. Okay, we're gonna go through the games in order. Phantom Hourglass is just here as an example, alright? Like, this is here so that we can contextualize what it means to be a companion, and a playable, and a deuteragonist. Alright, game 1. No companions, no playables, no deuteragonists. Silent does not follow you around, so he doesn't count. Yeah? Alright, moving on. Zelda 2. Yeah, I don't think we got anyone there. A Link to the Past. I still don't think we got anyone there. They really start the companions trend in Ocarina of Time, I think. Well, I take that back. Deuteragonist begins with Marin. Silent falls in Deuteragonist? I would not say so. I think the first canonical example of any of these... Okay, so, yeah, Girl Turtle, so I have many theories that I have developed for the Zelda timeline specifically, that are extremely complex, and I'm sure many of you have seen this, but I'm gonna go ahead and just take this away for 5 seconds as I pull up the freaking Zelda timeline that I believe everyone here has probably seen at least a little of. But here you go. This is my version of the Zelda timeline, and it is giant, and it has all the possible information that you could ever want in here. Here. I'll kind of like center it on like maybe this, or okay, here, we'll do this. We'll do this so that people can see like the timeline and characters. There. Yeah, in my theories, I have kept it a stream secret because I developed this theory as I played through Zelda 1 and Zelda 2. But I do like to think that the hero of Echoes of Wisdom, the Link of Echoes of Wisdom, is the old man in Zelda 1. So yeah, don't have Tumblr, so we're safe, yeah. Works for me. Shh, keep it a secret. Okay, what is this? Master Koga, frick Master Koga, I'm skipping him. We're on to... Sword Search Link's Awakening. Okay, that counts. Let's go. I would say, yeah, I think he's probably the old guy who sics Dark Link on you. I have many other theories for that specific moment, so I won't go into them. But yeah, anyways. First deuteragonist in the series, Marin from Link's Awakening, I believe. Not a companion. She's a companion for a little bit. Okay, how about this? What do we do with characters who kind of follow you around for like a little, but then they go back to their own business? Marin follows you around for like a little bit. We can't start including like all of them though. Because there's like a lot of them. Then Silent and Zelda 1 would be the same as... Like, Old Man is a different trope. Old Man is a separate trope that genuinely has like many, many instances of it. Like Zelda 1, Zelda 2, etc, etc. I think Marin is a deuteragonist but not a companion, because if we start including characters that follow you around for a small segment of the game, then we're gonna include characters like freaking Rosa from Oracle of Ages and Seasons and stuff. Like that's... Or I guess Oracle of Seasons specifically. But yeah, we're gonna have too many people there. So we're not doing that. Anyways, what next? Link's Awakening. Ocarina of Time begins the first companion with Navi. Navi. Navi, OOT. Yeah, and like the instrument people. There's like a ton of people who follow you around for a little bit. I'm not gonna count them all. Are there many playables in Ocarina? I don't think there are. You never get to play as a different character, right? I wouldn't say there are any Deuteragonus either. It's just Zelda and Link as usual, which is good. Okay, that's it then. Majora's Mask has our first playable, I believe. I think this is the first time you get to control someone other than Link, right? In a Zelda game, is Cafe from Majora's Mask. You do get to control him for like an entire level. Then Companion, we have Taro. Great Fairy, love her. Deuteragonist, I wouldn't say there is any. The masks are all Deuteragonist. I don't think I would count all of them. They're kind of also just power-ups. They're important characters in the story, but equivalent to like the sages in OT. I don't think they're all Deuteragonist. So yeah, that's fair. Next, Oracle games. I don't think we get anything there, do we? Is Maple a Deuteragonist? Not really. She's not that important. Is Ralph a Deuteragonist? Are Nehru and Din Deuteragonists? You know what? I think Nehru and Din kind of maybe count. Maybe? Nehru? I'm putting them all in the same line. Nehru, Din, and Ralph are all the same level of Deuteragonist. Welcome, Surf Wizard. I am indeed blonde today. I have a 100,000 point channel point redeem that Nestor the Lark has successfully redeemed. And Sheik will be... Oh, yeah, Ricky, Dimitri, and Moosh. Frick those guys. Yeah, they count. I mean, okay, I take that back. I love Ricky. Ricky's great. I'm still mad that I got locked into Moosh. Ricky, Dimitri, Moosh. They are companions. This is true. They are 100% companions. O-A, O-O-S. Okay. What are we on next? Oracle games, Wind Waker. Tetra's a Zelda. King of Red Lions is, I believe, a convincing Deuteragonist, although he does also follow companion mode. I think King of Red Lions is a companion. Coral's a companion, maybe. King of Red Lions. Okay, ad break over. Nice. I would call him a companion, I think. The King of Red Lions. He's not playable, but we do get playables in this game. We get Medley and Makar, who I believe technically are both playable. I'm not counting the freaking seagulls that you control. You do get to control seagulls, and you can use the command melody on, like, technically it is Wind controlling Medley and Makar, I believe. Like, in universe, he's like playing the melody to control his friends and then walk around as them, but that is some way that the player can control a character, so they count as a playable. I would say that this counts. No Deuteragonist in that game, then. Yeah. Alright, moving on. Coral will always make me think of an old comic where the player freaks off to do whatever exploration, and it's like, shut up, dad boat, you're not my real dad. Have you seen the one where someone's like, hey, why does Wind Waker Link get 3 father figures? And Wind is just holding, like, Coral and, like, Lineback and, like, Oshus. No, random seagull number 5, my favorite, Florbo. You never know in the Zelda fandom. Someone would, okay? Alright, Wind Waker. What's next? Four Swords Adventures, and Minish Cap. We'll just handle all of them at once. So as we all know, the companion of Minish Cap is Eslo. And I guess since this list is like a Wisdomverse list, I'm gonna include Shadow. I count Shadow as the companion of FSA. He technically isn't. He really technically isn't. He's like at least a Deuteragonist. I'm putting him in here though because I am biased as frick. Only, yeah, Shadow's not in the games, guys. Shadow's not canon. Alright, but the manga's really good. And I consider it canon to Wisdomverse, so we're gonna put him in here. He's a Deuteragonist, if not a companion. 4 considers him a companion. By my definition of companion, he doesn't technically follow you around anywhere. So it's gonna be Deuteragonist there. Okay, Eslo, companion for sure. There are no playables in Minish Cap, I think? Right? Also, what a great time to have Palace of Winds from Minish Cap show up. I love the soundtrack. This is a good choice. Okay. Shadow is as canon as Vati in SO. No, Vati is in FSA. That's canon. They're all. Shadow's also in FSA, by the way. He's there. He's a boss. He just doesn't become a good guy. That bit's all in the manga. Yeah, so is Shadow. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay, fine. Anything else? Honestly, in Four Swords, you're your own companion. Can I just put FSA Link? You know what, frigate, I think it's funny. Link. 3 links. Wait, I swapped it. Hold on. X3. FSA. Okay, there. Alright, done. Next. What are we on now? We did Minish Cap, right? We did FSA. We did Four Swords. Both Shadow and Vati have the same amount of characterization in FSA because they both have 0. Yeah, fair. So mean. So mean, but so true. Alright, Phantom Hourglass. We did Phantom Hourglass as our example earlier. Oh, I put Wind Waker below Phantom Hourglass. I'm gonna just move that up again. Okay. But yeah, Phantom Hourglass is a good example because it just has one of each. Yeah, Gongaron is your playable, Ciela is your companion, and Linebeck is your deuteragonist. I think that makes sense. I would maybe count Oshus. Nah, you know what? No, Oshus doesn't count. He isn't there enough. Epona and Loftwing are mounts. Yes, I think they are different. So like Epona, Loftwing, Zepha is the bird that carries you around in Minish Cap. Then there's like Maple's broomstick in Link Between Worlds. You get like another unnamed little bird in A Link to the Past. Those are all mounts and or teleportation devices. I would not count them. Yeah. They have to like talk to you to be a companion, I think. Does Sky's Loftwing ever like actually communicate with him? No, Coral talks to you. By the way, Coral is also a mount. Don't get me wrong. Coral is both a mount. Some of these are both, you know what I mean? Like, I would consider... Okay, not a lot of these are both. Most of these are one category, I guess. Yeah, Twilight Princess did come out before Phantom Hourglass. I was just thinking of Phantom Hourglass shit. I should have done that first. Okay, everybody knows what the companion is here. See, I think, like, for example, Midna's your companion, obviously, for Twilight Princess. She's also your deuteragonist for all of Twilight Princess, obviously. She is the Twilight Princess. She's not playable. I don't think you ever get direct control of Midna. Am I correct about that? Do you ever get direct control of anything else in Twilight Princess? It's been a while since I played Twilight Princess. Same thing with Ocarina, to be honest. I don't think you do. So I'm gonna move on from that. Phantom Hourglass, okay. Spirit Tracks, in which we finally have Zelda. Who makes her way all the way up to, she's a playable, she's the companion, she's by definition not a deuteragonist because she's a protagonist, she's like a straight up protagonist. But yeah, I would consider her both a playable and a companion. Should I be putting these people in both if they count? Yeah, you know what, forget. We'll put them in both if they count as both. So like Zelda, Spirit Tracks, ST. Deuteragonist, Midna, TP. Yeah, Twilight Princess did come out before Phantom Hourglass, but only by like a year or two, right? Okay, let's make this smaller. Alright. Now we have a string of games that don't really have any of these, I think, maybe? Do we? No, because Skyward Sword is next, I think. Oh, yeah, Skyward Sword's next. Okay, well, Skyward Sword obviously has a companion, Fi. And I would consider Groose to be something of a deuteragonist. Are there any playables in Skyward Sword? I don't think so. Do you ever get to like play as like Scrapper or like... No, I don't think so. Yeah. Okay, moving on. Which leads us to A Link Between Worlds, in which you do not get a companion from what I remember. But you do get a wonderful deuteragonist. One of my favorites. Ravio. Hell yeah. And then, what else are we missing? Link Between Worlds, Triforce Heroes. You don't get a companion in that. You don't get a playable in that. Do you get a companion? Deuteragonist? Not really. No. Yeah, frick it. Okay. And then after that is just Breath of the Wild, I believe. And Breath of the Wild, I will count Wolf Link. Definitely counts. And then is Tears of the Kingdom next? That's it, Tears of the Kingdom, I guess. Are there deuteragonists in Breath of the Wild? I wouldn't say that. You don't get a playable in TFH, then what the frick are Ruli and Silent? Okay, fair point, fair point. If I included FSA, then I should have done that. Fair enough. Okay, fine. I get it. Hyrule and Silent. TFH. Yeah, Cadence of Hyrule's before, but we were only doing mainline games. If not, we should have done Hyrule Warriors back then. But now that I think about it, I don't think any of these exist in Hyrule Warriors. Oh, you do get a companion in Hyrule Warriors. You get Proxy. Frick. Hyrule Warriors is before Breath of the Wild. Proxy. Hyrule Warriors. No playables, though, because everybody's playable. Like, a playable is a character that you only control for a specific part of the game, I think. Your TFH companions are indeed random strangers on the internet, which, to be fair, is what Hyrule and Silent are to Legend. Who are you, random pricks? Who are you, random pricks, and why do you keep throwing me off of cliffs? I'm a huge fan. I genuinely really like Triforce Heroes. Alright, Proxy, I wouldn't say give you the... Yeah, they give you the doppels in single player, this is true. So you can finish the game with it. I 100%ed Triforce Heroes, guys. I actually really like Triforce Heroes. It's a good game. I promise. It was good back in the day. It's maybe not so good anymore. Alright, Proxy, Wolf Link, Triforce Heroes. I'm not gonna count. I'll count Hyrule and Silent. I think they count as... Maybe they're companions and not playables? Well, the player doesn't get to control Hyrule and Silent, actually. That's true. They're only ever companions. And Triforce Heroes is before Hyrule... No, it's after Hyrule Warriors, actually. Hold on. 2015, I believe. The doppels are not companions. They don't have a soul, you just control them. Yeah, they're equivalent to, like, in Minish Cap, when you step on the little thing and you, like, get shadow clones. Yeah, they don't have a personality, so I wouldn't count them as companions. Companions have to talk to you. Yeah. Hyrule and Silent talk to you, though. So Hyrule and Silent here refers to, like, the online internet multiplayer that you would play back in the day, where you had to communicate with randos online using only a set of emotes. You heard Hyrule Warriors. It's a great game, hey, don't get me wrong. Yes, Cadence of Hyrule has Trill. This is true. COH was after Breath of the Wild. Cadence of Hyrule's Trill. Cadence of Hyrule. Well, no, so I'm not counting... Playables have to be, like... I'm not counting, like, all the characters who are playable in, like, any game, I think, because then Hyrule Warriors would have, like, the entire cast of HW. That's not gonna do that. It has to be, like, a character that you don't unlock or have access to, that you can only play for a very specific story portion of the game. That's gonna be, like, my definition of playable here. Like, Zelda, you only play during story moments and then you go back to it. I don't think they're, like, an unlockable. Yeah, okay, yeah, I guess Cadence is about as playable as me. Cadence is maybe more playable than the others. Yeah, I'd say Cadence is a deuteragonist. Definitely a deuteragonist. I would not put... Yeah, I don't think Octavo fits here. Octavo falls under the same category as somebody else who I have also not included on this list, which would be a little bit spoilery. Okay, so Cadence. COH. But yeah, Trill does also get... I don't know why I didn't. Does also get a mention here. Okay. I think Skull Kid does. Yeah, I'm not gonna include all the unlockable characters. Like, Skull Kid would fit under Hyrule Warriors as well, you see what I mean? That's too many people. Oh, I guess you mean for, like, the independent Skull Kid mode. Yeah. I don't know, he's not even a playable there. He's just the main character. By that logic, Octavo is also playable. Are we counting, like, DLC playables? Oh, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, frick it. I'll put Octavo and Skull Kid in on playable, sure. He is also unlockable in the main mode, this is true, but I'm actually not counting that, because if I did... Okay, you know what, the entire cast of Hyrule Warriors then just gets here. Like, I mean, there's kind of a lot of people. I feel like these guys don't work. Octavo is not unlockable in main mode, yeah. I feel like I'm gonna disallow both of them. It just doesn't feel equivalent to the spirit of the game. You're not, like... You're unlocking them as, like, something else to play. But it doesn't really count as, like, a character that's, like, storyline playable. Yeah. I don't know, it doesn't feel right. Maybe I'll think about it later and put it back in. Does Tears have any of this? Is Rauru a deuteragonist? No, definitely not. Is Sonia a deuteragonist? The sages in Tears of the Kingdom are companions. That's a good point. That is a good point. Ghost sages. TOTK. I guess it should more accurately be sage ghosts. Are they companions? Hold on, now I'm kind of... Wait, I'm doubting myself here. Wait, hold on. I actually think they may not be companions. They do not talk to you. They're not companions, they're skills. The sages in TOTK, by default, like the ones that accompany you around, do not have any personality and do not talk to you. And then the ones that actually have a personality and are important characters do not follow you around. Like, they only send their ghost clones to, like, help you, and that's equivalent to, like, the Minish Cap Link ghost clones, which I am not including in here. So I actually think they maybe don't count. Oh, they do accompany you in person in the dungeons, and they do talk to you there. Okay, that's a good point. Not the sage ghosts, but the actual sages in the dungeons. I will count that. In the dungeons. That is a good point. Yes, sage ghosts are the Breath of the Wild powers with extra steps. They're like the mask with like less steps. Alright. Was there a deuteragonist in Tears of the Kingdom? Unless we're counting like Rauru or Sonia or something. I don't think so, and I'm not counting them. That's equivalent to Coral, and Coral isn't in here either. Yeah, okay. And then last, but certainly not least, we have Echoes of Wisdom with Try. And is there a deuteragonist of Echoes of Wisdom? It has to be a non-Link or Zelda. Like, all of these are non-Links and Zeldas, I guess, except for playables. Playable non-protagonist. There. And deuteragonist has to be, like, specifically not main characters. So Silent, for example. Yeah, I feel like Silent is not a deuteragonist because he's a Link. Like, I've not been counting every Zelda as the deuteragonist of their game, you know what I mean? Yeah, I can't put Silent in here. Because if I put Silent in here, I'd have to put every single Zelda in this list of deuteragonists. For the one game in which Zelda is finally the main character, I cannot include Link here because I have to be gender equivalent. Is he a companion? Not really. Try is the companion. Is he... He's the playable non-protagonist! Silent. He's playable at the beginning. He's playable for like the first 5 seconds of the game. And then technically he's your companion in the final dungeon too. Oh. Oh, he's kind of maybe all three. I think Silent could genuinely fit in here. This is why his title is Guide. Okay, you know what? No, hold on. But he doesn't talk. That's rude, though. I can't be mad at Silent for not talking. We've reached an impasse. Yeah, he would talk if he could. Yeah. He communicates. He communicates. You're right. Shit. Okay, I'm revising my definition of companion. Not with words, but with gestures. He definitely communicates with you. Yeah. He, like, very significantly communicates with you, actually, to be fair. Like, I remember commenting on this during my playthrough of Echoes of Wisdom. You could, like, see him, like, walk over to a wall and kind of, like, look at you. Like, hey, open this for me. I gotta go through. And then, like, nod at you and be like, let's go. Like, he's so used to emote speech. He goes into Cadence of Hyrule and he's like, I got this. This is amazing. You know what? Cadence is also a playable non-protagonist. I'd say Cadence is, like, required playable non-protagonist. I think the rest of them are unlockables, but this one is required. Wolflink doesn't talk either. Yeah, exactly. Like, Wolflink doesn't talk either, but, like, he would if he could. You know what I mean? Still a companion. Still a companion. Silent doesn't talk either. That's true. I didn't consider that. Trill talks. The sages in the dungeons talk. I guess the sages even outside the dungeons, but I feel like the sages outside the dungeons would not talk if they could. You know, like, they don't have souls. Like, they're just ghosts. They kind of just stare at you, ghostly-ish. I think the answer for companion has to communicate with you. with you and follow you around. Yeah. Okay, but like, this is getting so intense because like, think about like A Link to the Past, okay? There's a part in A Link to the Past where one of the bosses of the game communicates with you and follows you around and says like, thank you for freeing me. Like, I need to like get you, I need to escape. Like, you're so nice, wow. And then you find out that it's actually not the stage that you have freed. Like, it is, as I said, one of the bosses of the game. So you have to like eventually kill him, but is he a companion? Guys, is Blind the Bandit a companion? What about the owl? No, frick the owl. He doesn't follow you around. The owl is a different category. We are not saying Blind the Bandit is a companion. Okay. What about Thief Girl from A Link Between Worlds? Communicates with you and follows you around for one dungeon. If we start including people like Silent, who really only accompanies you for a single dungeon, this is gonna be a lot more. I think Thief Girl from A Link Between Worlds does count then. Doesn't Thief Girl follow you around for like a whole dungeon? Yeah, Blind the Bandit as the kidnapped maiden is exactly what I'm talking about, yeah. He follows you around in Link's Awakening. Well, he kind of like shows up where you are, but he's not like actually like following you on the map, you know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking like Pokemon Yellow type of following around, right? Is Blind the Bandit a companion? Legend, I'm gonna freaking get you. If you're including characters who are only temporary companions, the golden bee is back on the table. You know what? Frickin'. Wait, hold on. How long can you potentially... So I remember the golden bee from A Link to the Past. How long can you potentially include the golden bee? Wait, no, the golden bee does not communicate with you. This is lies and treachery. Get out of here. Oh, gosh. Yeah, Marin does follow you around. This is true. Yeah, this, I don't know, like, so does Rosa. Like, if we're including characters who communicate with you and follow you around, Rosa from Oracle of Ages and Seasons. Actually, Ricky, Dimitri, and Moosh are not companions. They don't... Does Ricky talk to you? Okay, yeah, they do. They do talk to you. They're mounts, but they also talk to you. She does follow you around the dungeon. Wait, who are you checking? If you're checking Blind the Bandit, yes, the Blind the Bandit follows you around the dungeon. Thief Girl also follows you around the dungeon. Rosa follows you around on the overworld. There are so many people who follow around for like 1 second. Just add Golden Bee. Thief Girl? Yeah, Thief Girl does follow you around a dungeon. Okay, how about this? For anywhere. And be able to follow you around in most places. In many places. How about that? Yeah, and the monkey, yeah, the dwarf smith, and the thief's chest. Yeah, there's a lot of characters who follow you around for a little bit but don't actually do anything. But then that brings you back to Lineback. Okay, wait, hold on. Alright, companions. Let's go through our existing list. And we'll make sure that these people count as companions, alright? So, Navi communicates, follows you around in many places. Tattle, yes, like, we have a list of confirmed companions, alright? We're gonna put like we're gonna put a star. Like, these guys are confirmed, alright? We have no complaints. Tattle is definitely a companion. Coral's definitely a companion. Eslo, Midna, Ciela, Spirit Tracks, Zelda, all definitely totally companions. Nobody's questioning this. Phi, Proxy, like, the very definition of companion happening here. Trill, nobody's questioning. Try, nobody's questioning. Okay, so this is like our actual list of companions. And then we have a bunch of like hangers-on. So I'm gonna take these hangers-on and I'm gonna put them in a separate list. Companions? What surgical skills do we need to include Linebeck but not anybody else? I'm limiting the shit out of this list. Get wrecked. Ain't no one. Alright, here. Like, my first thought, Ricky and the gang do talk to you when you first meet them, and then they complain later on. And by complain, I mean Moosh complains because I hate Moosh. Okay, wait, I'm removing them for now, but honestly, I think they're making their way back into this list, okay? Like, I believe in them. Here. Sages in the dungeons, and then we have Silent from Echoes of Wisdom. These are like our kind of sort of companions. Like, are they companions? Who knows? I think Ricky, Dimitri, and Moosh do count as companions. But they don't talk often enough, I think. I think they don't, because I remember this game. I remember they don't really, they say like a few things. I guess they do kind of talk to you though. Alright, fine. I'll put that back in here. Oracle Games comes before Wind Waker. So here. These guys are like a maybe. Alright. So we have the 3 links from Four Swords Adventures. If we're counting Shadow as a deuteragonist, then I'm including the 3 links in the FSA manga as technical companions, because they do accompany Link around, and then they like frick things up for him, and that's kind of the point. So it's fine. Alright. Has to communicate with you and follow you around in many places, right? Hyrule and Silent... Hyrule and Silent do actually follow you around, and they do actually, like, help out in many places in Triforce Heroes. So, technically, back in, Wolf Link communicates, follows you around in many places. I can agree with this. So we're gonna throw Breath of the Wild back in here. Okay. The sages in the dungeons of Tears of the Kingdom, we have now, since we're limiting this, the sages only follow you around for a very specific part of the game. If I'm including the sages of Tears of the Kingdom, who only really show up during the dungeons of Tears of the Kingdom, I have to include Blind the Bandit, who also only shows up in one dungeon. Oh heck yeah, I love the soundtrack. Minish Woods! Yes! Okay, sorry, actually, I really like the soundtrack. Anyways, I'm taking out the sages of Tears of the Kingdom. They do not count. The ghost sages do not communicate with you, and the actual sages can't follow you around in the overworld. So they have not fulfilled both conditions at once, even though they fill both conditions independently. Okay, lastly, Silent and Echoes of Wisdom doesn't technically accompany you throughout the entire game. However, playable non-protagonist has no such person limitations. So Silent is still a playable non-protagonist. Okay. Okay, we did it. We did it. Here it is. This is the list. The list TM _. Yeah, this music is so good. I agree. One of my favorite soundtracks. Okay. Anyways, there we go. I'm joining Legends Blind the Bandit hate club. I'm gonna frick with y'all. You're gonna find Ravio is a Link. Ravio is not a Link in my opinion. Cadence is actually not a protagonist of Cadence of Hyrule. It is genuinely focused on Zelda and Link. She shows up for the beginning. So you do play as her for the first exact level, like one tiny little portion, like you could say like the tutorial. You play through the tutorial as Cadence, and then you actually immediately have to rescue either Link or Zelda, and then you play as them, and you meet Cadence later. So yeah. Doesn't count, doesn't count. What about Dragon Zelda and Tears of the Kingdom? Oh shit, wait, do you control... You don't get to actually control Dragon Zelda, I think. So no, it doesn't count. Doesn't follow you around in any place. Yeah, Dragon Zelda is so totally not following you around, by the way. Dragon Zelda is literally just going about, like, one predetermined route, so that doesn't count either. Like, if I included Dragon Zelda, I would have to include Beetle the Merchant. Guys, is Beetle the Merchant a companion in the Legend of Zelda franchise? Oh boy. Okay, she follows you during the final boss. I don't think that counts. That's equivalent to like Silent in Echoes of Wisdom. Silent also fights the final boss alongside you, but I wouldn't consider that enough to make it a companion. He is in my heart. The mailman. Guys, is K-Pora Gaybora back on the table? If Beetle and Dragon Zelda are companions, and so is Zelda 1 Silent. Yeah, pretty much. Characters who, like, happen to be in many places do not count as companions. The old man is not a companion. Dragon Zelda is not a companion. Beetle the Merchant is not a companion. They just happen to show up in many places. They're not, like, following you directly around. They may be following you around, like, on the map, but they're not, like, with you the whole time. A companion has to accompany you. Accompany you. We figured it out. Okay. Playable non-protagonist. Wait, are there only these? I feel like there are more controllable characters. I feel like I'm missing some people. Do you get to control... Anyone else? You don't actually control the mask people in Majora's Mask, so it doesn't count. Do you control anyone in like the first games? You really don't control anybody else in Skyward Sword? I guess not. Breath of the Wild? No. You really don't get to play as anyone else, do you? He's just always Link or Zelda. Alright, fair enough. Okay, this was very nice. I'm titling this the Companion Compendium. This was wonderful and very, very useful. Obviously. Would a foot race count as accompanying you? The freaking guy who challenged you. That's just the postman. I mean, he looks like the postman. He's not really. The freaking race guy. Okay, if we're including the race guy in Ocarina of Time, then we're including the Deku Butler in Majora's Mask. No, this is not a troll. This is very funny. Please continue. Scrapper technically follows you. That's true. And he does... he does communicate with you. But the problem is he only does so for one map. And Scrapper is not playable. So Gongaron, for example, is a playable non-protagonist that you only play for one specific map. Same with Cafe. But playable non-protagonists are so rare that I am removing the condition of having to be able to come with you anywhere. However, I hate him in that part, so it doesn't count. Yeah, actually, the bit with Scrapper makes no sense. Because he shows up carrying like a giant tank of water, and then instead of flying directly to Eldin Mountain top, because he can do that, like he just kind of comes with you and makes you fight your way up Eldin Mountain. Like, bro, you came from the sky, just go back down to the side. Like, why are you going straight down and then like working your way up back the mountain? You can fly. This is the same logic as like the old we used to make fun of like Fire Emblem Fates, because there's a bit where like there's this girl. So I'm gonna by the way just go back to my drawing. Hold on. So there's a bit where this girl in Fire Emblem Fates is like a Pegasus Knight, and she's like trapped in like, or sorry, not Fire Emblem Fates. This one is from Fire Emblem 12. There's a girl who's like a Pegasus Knight, and she's like trapped in like this area, but you can see into it because it's like a top-down map, and the map doesn't have like roofs or anything. So people are always like, and she's in there with her base sprite, and her base sprite has her Pegasus with her. So people are like, Est, your horse has wings, fly. Just fly out of there. Like, no one says this in the story, obviously, but like, you know, you think it a little. All right, there. They'd get corrupted by the ring. Wait, genuinely. SMH, why didn't Zelda and Link fly the loft wings to Mordor? Oh boy, okay, anyways. Back to drawing, folks. This was a fun diversion. Next time on diversions, I should play that like thing that I wrote ages ago, where I try to list out every Fire Emblem character. Minor tangent. Yeah, drawing streams are filled with minor tangents. In like a previous drawing stream a year or two ago, I made a quiz that tests your knowledge of the Fire Emblem series by making you list out as many Fire Emblem characters as possible within 30 minutes. And I think I played that once on stream, but I feel like I could do better. It's split into two halves. So like the first one is games 1 through 6, and the second one is games 9, 10, 13, 14, 16, Fire Emblem Heroes. I think that's it. Yeah, and 17 as well, because I did include Engage in there. Oh yeah, I guess when Fortune's Weave comes out, we're gonna have to update that list. Add a bunch more characters in there. Make the game more impossible than it already is. Hey, to be fair, I think people have definitely finished it. I think even I myself finished it once. Is this more Twilight Princess music? The previous one, I assume you mean. Yes, Orden Ranch, hey. But I like this one better. I will say Skyward Sword has some of my favorite music in the series. Skyward Sword, Minish Cap, I would say. Games that I really like the music of. Spirit Tracks. Triforce Heroes genuinely has really good soundtrack. What a good time to summon Ravio from A Link Between Worlds. Ayy. I love that. He's like, companions? I may not be one, but I'm here for you. Oh yeah, fun fact for the people who are Hyrule Warriors fans among you all. So I have actually been playing more Hyrule Warriors, believe it or not. That's right, folks. I decided, so actually what I really want is to just get some of the like level 4 plus weapons that I don't already have. So I'm starting, like I'm playing the adventure map starting from the hardest one. I'm on Laurel map. And like it's been really fun trying to figure out all the mechanics like with this one. Actually, I don't think this is the hardest one. I think Grand Travels might be the hardest one, although maybe I fricked it up for myself. So I talked about this last time, but in Hyrule Warriors, there are these things called adventure maps that have like very special like conditions attached to them and stuff, and you have to like make your way across the board by like doing things and other stuff and I don't know, all sorts of confusing things. But in the Grand Travels map specifically, every battle you Sorry, the reason I started laughing there is that this music is Linebeck's theme from Phantom Hourglass, which is the source of all my pains, because in the Grand Travels map, which is based on Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks, there's a giant Phantom Hourglass at the center of the map, and it fricks with you, because every time you do a battle on that map, it like sends some sand to the bottom of the hourglass. And I really wanted to unlock Zelda on that map, like the Spirit Tracks Zelda. So I kind of just rushed all the squares that I would need to get Zelda, and I also hadn't unlocked like unnecessary characters like Tingle before, so I kind of had to go around all the squares that had that. And also some of the battles were like really difficult, and also one time I fricked up and like accidentally started a battle in one player, but like I'm playing with a friend, so I just immediately quit, and that actually ended up taking up some sand from the hourglass too. So point being, I managed to just barely win one of the like fight versus the enemy, kill more enemies than the opposite team like battles. I just barely beat that. Like at the end of the battle, the enemy had killed 808 people and I had killed 809. And like my friend and I were like, oh my god, we won. So we got that out of the way. We ran over like 2 more squares. We rescued Phantom, and then all the sand fell out of the Phantom Hourglass. So yeah, I think I've kind of stuck the map in like Eternal Night state. And apparently you're supposed to like find like a square labeled final boss or something, and then defeat it. And when you do that, then the sand resets in the hourglass. But like I don't freaking know where those squares are, bro. Like, so I left the Phantom Hourglass map and I haven't gone back. I'm in Laurel now. Laurel is good, actually. I'm kind of enjoying this map. Like, going back and forth between the dark and light world is a really fun mechanic. I thought it was cool. It was neat when I figured that out. I was like, oh, they want you to go back and forth. Oh, I see. This makes sense. It's just like the real game. Yeah. I have not seen I haven't unlocked anything, okay? Actually, the one thing I unlocked so far is Ravio's 2nd level hammer, because it's just on the way. I'm heading towards the top corner of the Laurel map, which in the dark world seems to have like a bunch of unlocks. There's like 1 level 4 weapon and like 1 level 4 plus. And maybe like something else or something, I don't know, so I'll find out when I get there. I think it was like 1 unlock for Artemis maybe, and maybe an unlock for somebody else, I don't actually know. But whatever it is, I guess I'll get it. We'll see if I can even do it though. I guess like these are probably pretty hard, right? Even with my massively leveled Link, it's still quite difficult to have these things happen. Another reason I like the Laurel map though is that I get to use buffs whenever I need to. So I can always use like a bunch of, like you can use rupees to buy items, then you can use those items on the Ravio map to set the elemental preference for like the overall world. So since I'm always using Link, like my friend always plays Link. So each time he wants to like start the game and it's like a really difficult level or something, I just go back and use the light themed item so that light is more powerful, and then I play Phantom. So actually I should look up where Phantom's best— oh, you know what? It's freaking— I bet Phantom's upgrades are in the freaking Grand Travels map, which I've unlocked. No. Damn. I really want to upgrade Phantom. God damn it. Oh well. I've actually not really been enjoying Ravio's style all that much. I think I like Phantom much better. Same thing with Marin. I didn't really enjoy Marin. But maybe I just am not playing them right. It's very possible. With how much you've been hyping up the ball and chain, you're gonna be disappointed when you actually see it. Well, you never know. Maybe I'll really like it. Who knows? Could be anything. Could be anything. It'll be funny when it's like some random nonsense. This music always had a Faye-like lilt to it. Which music? Unfortunately, it's gone past. I'm sure you meant a different thing than what's currently playing. This is the Goron theme, so. Oh, Arden, yeah. Fun fact, you don't actually like Rapier Zelda's playstyle? Ah, interesting. Yeah. That's the only weapon I have right now. Yeah, I am surprised that Tetris Swings doesn't like an aspect of Hyrule Warriors Zelda. I can't believe this. Tetris Swings, no, I'm kidding. Hey, it is a sign of greatness that that you can accept flaws in a character that you like. Understandable. Have a nice day. I feel like so far my favorite character to play has just been Phantom. Like, I really liked playing Phantom. I only played her like a few times. I've been mostly playing Ravio for the Link Between Worlds like Laurel maps. It just feels more fitting. Yeah, I had to go and unlock Yuga, by the way. I had no choice. Like, there was a point where I genuinely could not pass without unlocking Yuga. I was like, frick, come on. Like, I couldn't get any further north, and I need to go specifically north. It would have gone like way out of my way to get anywhere around. Also, I love this song. Let's go, Chancellor Cole. You really like Rapier Artemis? Oh, huh. Too slow. I like destroying 50 million enemies at once. That's kind of fair. I like Sheik more, I think. I definitely played more Sheik than Artemis. Love her combo with the 8 light arrows. Yeah, that one was decent. I like that one. You don't have to play them just because you unlocked them. Yeah, I know. No, there was like a map where it was like required to use Yuga. Like you have to use Yuga to even pass the map. And I was like, oh, why would you do this to me? Fine, whatever. So I played Yuga for that one map. I refuse to unlock Tingle, by the way. So the way that I've been viewing the adventure maps in Wisdomverse is kind of like, they're just their own lands. Like odd, like mixed up versions of the places that they're meant to resemble. And like some of the characters are stuck there, you know what I mean? So I am essentially just kind of like leaving them there. Like, I don't like Tingle, so Tingle gets to stay. He gets to stay wherever the frick he is. I think he's in like the Zelda 1 map. You need to unlock Summoning Gate. What is that? Is that like one of Lana's weapons or something? Oh, I know this. This is the Majora's Mask thing, isn't it? One of the boss themes? They're like Smash Bros, not actual story, but you can play them for the challenge. I mean, that's what they're actually supposed to be, but I like to think that there's like a sort of story around them just for my own fun, you know? So like the way I picture it, for example, is that let's say you're Phantom, right? And I have to kind of work this out. I may change some of the details later depending on what I need. But like, let's say you're Phantom, and you and Spirit received an invitation to, or actually Spirit didn't even get an invitation, maybe. You received an invitation to Hyrule Warriors, right? You don't really get a choice, I think, in whether you accept it or not, maybe. Or do you? Maybe you do get a choice, who knows? But whatever you do, whenever you choose to accept it, you get like, you kind of get like yeeted through a portal. And then you land in the adventure map land, which feels like an odd, twisted version of where you just came from. So Phantom, for example, is like stuck on that square of the adventure map until whichever member of the playable army comes back and like rescues her. And from then on, she joins the team as like a sort of playable warrior. And then you like continue, etc., etc. You go unlock things, whatever. Essentially, I consider them to be like good, cool maps because I think they're cool and I like them. Also, why am I putting the shadows here? That's not where the shadows go. This is wrong. Oh no. Okay, here we go. Yeah, they're definitely meant to not have story though. It's just me, like, in retrospect, trying to like assign a story to things that don't really have one. Because I like doing that sort of thing, you know? I like to imagine a story around locations even when they don't actually have one in the game. feel like it's a little bit more fun that way for me. This feels odd. I guess more of this Tetra should be in shadow. Like an odd backlit Tetra. Something like this, maybe? And like only this bit is lit up? Because the rest of it is behind her pants here? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's Majora's boss theme, right. Heck in Majora. I don't recognize this. Okay, I looked it up. Wow, yeah, I really don't remember this, but this is, this must have been playing when that part was happening. I was a little bit too focused on something else. I guess I won't spoil it until near the end so that anyone who wants can take a guess as to what game this is from. I guess I don't want to make Tetra's entire face covered in shadow. This is odd because she's like one of the few people who are facing away from the screen. Tetra and Fable are. And if they have like different shading than everybody else, it's gonna look weird. See, that bit would have given it away if I didn't recognize it earlier, which I didn't. Maybe like this. Wait, I really like this soundtrack. I gotta listen to more of this. Like this specific one. Also, OP's taste in music is not that bad. Let's go. I give them a solid maybe. Maybe there's also light coming from the little glowy thing. And then that makes it so that I can put like a little bit of light on the front side of Tetra as well. And then we've got like a dual lighting system. Nope, it's not one of Nell's themes. There's actually a bit in the middle there that I think gives away what game it's from. I don't know if that helps people decide what it is, but... Yeah, I really don't remember this. And you can obviously tell that it's more modern because, you know, it's got like actual instruments in it. Hilarious weapon is the only weapon that we say is worse than Greatswords Ganon. I actually really liked Greatswords Ganon. I'm gonna be honest, like I was just kind of running around crushing things. You're required to play it too, so you have no choice but to like give it a try. And I was like, okay, this is kind of fun. Like if I liked the character of Ganondorf, I would play this more. But I don't, so I won't. He sucks. Limited are you by your opinions of morality, by your thoughts of good and evil. Simply embrace the dark side. No, I'm kidding. I mean, hey, it's the game requires you to do it, so I went for it. It was good. It was fun. No, he just sucks. Absolutely no recourse for poor Ganondorf. All the effort he put into that stuff. Yeah, so the song was from Tears of Kingdom, and there's a bit in there where they play like the sort of creepy, odd Corruptum theme. Oh, I know this. This is Elden Volcano. He's decent in story mode, and even then you got your combo broken thrice. I guess the other thing for me is I just like... I'm like not really a combo game type of person. So So I like easy to use simple combos that I can like use very strategically. So like for example, Phantom has like a really good distance move somewhere Sheik has like a really good distance move somewhere, and then like you can kind of just use the distance move and not have to worry about combos. Like I like that. I prefer that. Versus like Ravio, where his main decent distance move is like, as far as I've seen, after like all his other moves. So it just takes forever. In adventure mode, he deals like negative damage. Wait, actually? Damn. Alright. Oh, your eyes are closing a lot more. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, I know why. It's whenever I look at my drawing, I have no choice but to kind of get like locked into looking closed eye like this. Okay. Yeah, I think whenever I'm looking at the screen, it's not going to be a problem, but yeah, down here is where, unfortunately, the thing is. If I had like a phone holder that could hold my phone below me, then this would be a little easier, but yeah, otherwise you're just going to have to assume that I am drawing with my eyes closed. As long as my eyes aren't doing like the weird up and down motion when I speak, then it's fine. But yeah. As long as that's not happening, which it seems like it isn't, then we're good. Okay. I kind of like Elden Volcano, to be honest. Good theme. Skyward Sword just has good music. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Game has good music. Game knows what it's doing. I think it's when they started like really orchestrating their stuff, and it shows. It shows. Maybe this shouldn't be so far. Okay. All right, Flora. Maybe the horns are glowy too. That'll give me a chance to add a little light. There. Trident is cool though. Is that like a Ganon weapon? Ganon has a trident? It's kind of cool. I was unaware of this. I just want the Wind Waker. But you know what? I bet the Wind Waker is on the freaking Grand Travels map. Alas, alas, for all the things that I have locked myself out of. I'll work my way out of that purgatory someday, I'm sure. Maybe. Maybe not. Let's just kind of cover all this. And little did you know that I forgot to draw Flora's legs. And that is a problem. So I'll need to do that. I kind of have to do that. That bit is required. People need legs. I also forgot Dot's legs, I think. Actually, she looks kind of fine. It's just Flora, really. Dot's legs could be like behind Sun. Did you ever finish the Disney drawings? So I did actually do like a sketch of all of them, like a color sketch, but I wanted to put more details on them, and I think I did not... I did 2 of the details. Her legs are behind Artemis's head. Yeah, it's possible. It just doesn't look like she'd be standing that way. Like, her legs are in the wrong position for that. Like, if I were to kind of show it here. Like, she's got her, like, you know, body leaned out like this, which sort of implies that, like, her legs would be like here, so I should presumably add like legs here of some type. Although most of it is behind Artemis's head, so I guess it's kind of fine. Could even be like one leg like this. Like this sort of thing, probably. Eventually. I guess it conflicts with the part where I wrote Artemis. Fair enough, I guess. Yeah, that'll happen at some point, I'm sure. Even if I forget, I think it's kind of fine. This drawing can survive without Flora's legs. A hydrate and a posture check. Why, thank you. Much appreciated. Just stretch my head. Crack my neck a little, as one does. Welcome in, Mesa. How's it going? Let me get some water, too. She's a dragon now, she doesn't need legs. I mean, true. Dragons don't need legs. Well-known fact. They do usually have legs, but they don't need them. They can fly. Flora's auditioning to become specifically Awakening, actually. It's only one game in which the Fire Emblem games just, yeah. So for people who are Zelda fans and not Fire Emblem fans, there's a game called Fire Emblem Awakening, and it's a brilliant game, actually. Well known for, like, essentially saving the series. At the time, they had considered that it would be the last ever Fire Emblem game, so they put all they had into it, and it shows. It was a great game. One thing they did not put into it was feet. Because it turns out that feet take up time and space, like time to program and animate, and space to store in the memory. And when they really thought about it, nobody in Awakening attacks with their feet ever. Like, all the attacks are like magic, or like lances, or swords, or axes, or like bows, or like, you know, all sorts of, like, riding different beasts around and stuff like that. But none of them really involve people's feet. So yeah, the whole game just doesn't have feet in it, like all feet cut off at the ankles. Yeah, there is also a dancer, she dances as well. There's a character who canonically trips on things a lot. She trips on things a lot with her presumable feet, but the feet don't exist in the game. It's very funny. Quentin Tarantino wouldn't like this game. To make up for it, funnily enough, in the next game in the franchise is Fire Emblem Fates, and they, like, in all the introduction artwork, Corrin, the main character, is barefoot and has, like, you know, full feet showing. So there you go. Oh, hey! The title theme from Adventure Link, apparently. Yes, now I remember it. I wouldn't call this a title theme. This is just like the overworld map theme from the beginning. I guess it's known as a title theme, huh? Fair enough. This brings back some memories. And by brings back some memories, I mean that's pretty recent memories. I played this, like, not too long ago. I played this not too long ago, and I was heavily traumatized. It was great. I loved it. How did they handle Pan's design in Awakening again? What do you mean by it? Oh, do you mean the fact that Pan isn't actually wearing, like, any pants? Little did you know. And by little, I mean, I never noticed. As a kid, I genuinely had no idea that Pan was not wearing pants, but she isn't. It's just her fur. She's got those feet. She has no feet. Nobody has feet. Wait. Oh, she does have feet. In transformation, I think, maybe. Wait, does she? I think the Manakiths get feet. Maybe. Quentin and Tarantino by written Directino. God damn. That's one of those, like, you know the... Oh, frick, I forgot the meme. Goddamn. There's, like, a really funny James Bond stroke meme. Okay, never mind. It's gonna sound incomprehensible since I don't know the meme. Alright. Yeah, that's the one. Bames Non's having a strong call of bondulance. I promise my sense of humor is refined. Tarantino never forgave video games as a medium until Elden Ring came out. Really? I don't know anything about Tarantino, actually. He, like, makes movies, right? It's basically the only thing I know. He makes movies and he likes feet. Like, good to know, I guess. Not really the best way to introduce yourself to someone, you know what I mean? Like, hey there, name's Quentin Tarantino. I make movies and I like feet. And I'm all out of feet. Or I'm all out of movies. Oh, did the Odyssey movie come out yet? Was it good? Was it worth it? Should I watch it? Was into it at first, but oh, you heard good things. Okay, that's good. We won't need to be calling a bondulance. They cut the freaking I'm Nobody scene. Oh yeah, I saw that on Reddit. So I like the song. Don't mind me, I'm just jamming. Okay, alright. Staying far away from that movie. Was it that bad? I heard good things about it mostly. This is the Odyssey. I took out every important scene. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. Have never heard this song before. It's Link Between Worlds, I think. I don't know what it's called. Let me look it up. Hyrule Hotfoot, it says. I just really like this kind of like Celtic sort of vibe, you know? I don't know, it's not really Celtic, but like folk vibe. Alright, and with that banger, I think I'm gonna need to head out. Thank you all for stopping by once again, much appreciated. We got a lot of stuff done, hey! Kinda looks like the light's coming from places and doing stuff, love that. Long time, cute new look, work's been crazy, love new art piece, talk later. I love that. Thank you so much for the streak, Frozen Soul. 165, holy shit. Much appreciated. It's not so much of a new look, I will say, as something I will be doing for just today. And to reiterate, by the way, shout out once again to Nest of the Lark. Thank you so much for requesting this redeem. I had a lot of fun designing it. I got to be chic for a day. What can I say? Who doesn't like being chic? Tam already? I know, right? We spent so much time in that companion compendium. Alright, if you haven't yet checked out the Discord, you should definitely do that. And if you like Zelda artwork at all, I would recommend that you check out my Instagram or Tumblr. I'm Linda Ross on both of them, and I write a little webcomic called The Wisdomverse. It's like here. Go check that out. It's a really fun place. I do a lot of Zelda-related stuff on there too. Last but not least, if you like to see a Zelda-like, I am playing Adventures of Elliot on Wednesdays and Fridays, and I am playing Fire Emblem 4, Sigurd's Tale on... Genealogy of the Holy War is the proper name of that, on Tuesdays and Sundays. So stop by for any of those at 5 p.m. PT usually. My stream schedule's on there, but if you want to see the proper stream schedule, which is to say, the things that, like, you know, actually, like, get changed every now and then and stuff, then that stuff is on the Discord. But most of the time I'm going to be following the stream schedule on Twitch. It's just that it's really bad with, like, keeping updates in mind and stuff, so, you know, I gotta use that Discord whenever I have the chance. Last but not least, let's go ahead and raid. Looks like Acid and Aid is doing some stuff. Let's go say hi to them. They're drawing too. I love drawing. And so do they, it seems like. That's definitely good. Thanks for the stream, hell yeah. No worries. Thanks for stopping by. Much appreciated. Thanks for the cool costume. No problem at all. I had fun with it. Alright, see you guys later. Bye.